rocking with
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report podcast.
Chicago has a very disrespectful gang culture and dissing the dead. How do you feel about that? Do you still, or you? Because it's kind of hard not to if somebody talks about your dead homie, you be in your feelings, and then how do you feel about all of that?
Shit, really, I don't be feeling no way. You feel me? I just don't do it no more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really get mad at who do. But, you know, like, with getting mad about it, what makes it easy is doing it for me. Like, I don't do it. Like, if I did it for other people, I would never stop dissing because it was like, all right, I'm going to stop dissing so they'll stop dissing.
Yeah.
If you thinking it like that, then you're never going to be, like, being realistic, bro. Too many rappers from the other side, they going to diss you. Yeah. Somebody going to diss you because everybody don't feel the same way about dissing.
And then everybody's trying to come up, too.
Yeah, so it's like, and dissing is the automatic come up. Like, you can put fuck somebody in the caption and that bitch going to go brazy. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
make sure you put fuck somebody.
Yeah, like, make sure, they gonna go crazy. Like, that bitch instant viral. You know what I'm saying? You could put fuck anything. You know, fuck iPhone. They go, what the fuck he talking about? Click. They want to see what the, why you tweaking. You feel what you tweaking with Apple for? So now, then they gonna click in. So you get to shit like that, for I don't be, no, for that shit just make me be like, I own this because I just, like, I got my own personal reasons for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish niggas would be on what I be on, but, like, I just don't diss because really, like, anybody who ain't around to defend themselves don't need to be brought up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I don't really like to see me personally, like, trying to tweak with somebody who can't really, like, defend themselves or really come back and say, you know what, bitch ass nigga, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. An old head brought it up to me like that in prison, and I was like, damn, you know, guys try to pride themselves on being a certain type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? And that sound like some cool moral type shit to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? That's some cool shit. Like, don't speak about motherfuckers who ain't around to defend their honor. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. And a dead motherfucker really can't say nothing to you. So it's like, I got on some shit like, you know what? And I was stepping with older niggas in jail that had got 20, 30 years for murder, shit like that. So I was getting wise every day in there. Like, I used to soak up game from older BDs and Breeze where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And, like, them niggas just used to nail all type of cool gems in my head. And by the time I went home, that shit stuck with me. Because I was with them every day. Yeah. On the yard, they preaching this shit. In child, they preaching this shit. In the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the deck, wherever we at, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just always, because they knew I was a smart young nigga. Like, and, you know, the older nigga, they gravitate toward the smart young nigga. Like, he got a head on his shoulders. Let me cuff him. Yeah. And I had, like, 4, 5 OGs in there doing that shit to me. Like, and that shit just stuck with me. Yeah. So I'm, like, having hella little, like, awakenings in jail and prison, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm around real vets that's teaching me real shit. So when I came home, I had a couple things where I was like, you know what? I'm going to clean up like this. I ain't just going to forget everything my OGs taught me because a lot of them niggas was finna get out. Some of them got out right before me. So I wanted to, like, show them, like, man, that shit y'all told me in jail, that shit stuck with me.
Right. So, yeah, because dissing the dead, that shit ain't good for your soul, man.
No, it's not.
That shit ain't good for your soul, man.
I feel like that shit really was like, because when I got to moving around on some rap shit, I started realizing now Florida adapted it heavy. Yeah. But like when you go to these other, like in New York too. Yeah. But like when you go to cities like on the West Coast or even like in Atlanta, down south, outside of Florida, like niggas don't do that. Houston, they don't do that.
They don't do that.
Texas, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of places that don't go that route. You know what I'm saying? Like as a whole, you know what I'm saying? It might be a couple knuckleheads here and there, but like as a group, that ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of took it to a level where we got too comfortable with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't really good, you know, with that Muslim shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit really teach you about a lot of shit. And you be like thinking about death and like not death, but like life, really. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of appreciate shit on a different level. Yeah. So that shit be making, like, you know, that was a kind of factor in a lot of shit too, because I did convert in prison and I learned shit.
Convert to what?
Islam.
Okay.
You feel me? I really can't even say that I converted. I don't really think I was what I thought I was.
Yeah.
You know how you be brought up as a Christian?
Yeah,
you born into the family.
Yeah.
You born into a certain thing. It's like I'm born into that shit, but I never chose it for myself.
You didn't have a choice.
Yeah, you feel me? Like
that
I felt.
wasn't your choice.
I don't even really be feeling like I converted, bro. I be feeling like
You was that the whole time.
yeah, and I really be feeling like when you say for instance, a lot of people be having certain shit to say about niggas who like get certain religions or like convert to certain shit in jail because they think it's some jailhouse
They
shit.
talk shit about it. Yeah.
But it's like, bro, what I noticed about jail is like, I went my whole life only being nailed in, only been like one religion being instilled in me some type of way. You young, your grandma taking you to church, you and all your cousins. Yeah. Some of y'all getting baptized and all that shit, and it's like, that's all I know. They beat that drum in my head like we just Christian. And it's like, when you go to jail, a lot of motherfuckers in there, the religion is that's the first time they get to study that shit for themselves, like, and really see what really makes sense to them. You know what I'm saying? Like what they really agree with, like on some like, all right, I could gravitate. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't just do like work or like research on like being a Muslim or Islamic culture. It's like I learned about Buddhism and like even being a Hebrew Israelite. Like
what year did you convert?
This was 2016.
2016.
So it's like
there for that week.
I was in jail for a different pipe.
A different pipe.
Yeah, I was before the 2018 case. I was in jail for a pistol then too. Okay. So I'm in jail. I had a hold on my bun at this time, so I'm in there just learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning about shit and that religious shit, because you got a lot of niggas in there fighting drama. So they try to get close to God, and they got prayer circles, and it got to a point where I was
using that.
Yeah, they using that to try to like make what they going through seem like it's some light at the end of the tunnel, which it is for a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But they try to get closer to God because they going through a lot of shit. So I'm getting to a point where it's prayer circles and it's Qurans and this Bibles and all type of books flying around, and I'm just like, you know what? Ain't nothing else to do, bro. Like, you might as well read books. Like,
so you actually was reading the Quran and stuff?
Yeah, I read. Like, I had to write.
What was the language in?
No, you got to get it in English because they gonna have it. Like, you could. I mean, niggas. I mean, if you could do that, you feel me? But God, yeah, that is good. That's cool as hell. But of course, you gotta have it in English.
Yeah, because I'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah, like nah, you.
What's going on?
Yeah, you gotta have that.
I need the English one.
No cap. But like, that shit. I got a chance to study because there was a lot of different things on my deck. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people wasn't just Christian. It was other religions on the deck. Like, and I was in a dorm when I was learning about this. I wasn't even in the cells. I was in a big ass room full of a bunch of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So there's all type of shit in this room. I'm learning that shit, and I'm just like, this shit is what stuck to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's what it is. This is what I believe. Now I can say I believe this. That's when I said, all right, okay, I'm a Muslim. But as far as like being a Christian, I feel like that was chosen for me. When I got to choose for myself, this is what I am. Right. So I really don't even like to say I converted, because when I chose what I felt in my heart,
who you was.
Yeah.
Caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out somewhere.